All right, welcome to the Liverpool Connection podcast. We just watched Liverpool defeat Sparta Prague 5-1. A quite mental game. I don't think we expected a game like that. We have Daz, Steve Wilson, Glenn Kewley. Glenn, we'll kick it off with you.
It was an absolutely wild game of football, that wasn't it?
It was.
I was just speaking to Wilson there and saying like the start of the game, sounds a bit shitbaggy now, but I probably would have took a draw. Do you know what I mean? Getting back to Anfield, but just an insane game of football. It could have been about 40 at half time, and then just every time we seem to go forward, we seem to look like we could have scored. We could have scored about 9 goals, but then they could have scored about 5 or 6 themselves, couldn't they? Wild, absolutely wild. Yeah, what else to say really?
It was, Daz, it was extremely open that first half, and I think that really surprised us. Sparta Prague, like Glenn said, a number of chances. Kelleher, again, magnificent. Really had a good game overall, but especially that first half. He kept us in the game at times as well. Sparta Prague could easily have got 3-4 goals in that first half.
Yeah,
he was again brilliant.
I just feel like, as Klopp gone out and said, look, just be in second gear for this, because Kwanzaa and Kanute looked like they had their slippers on that first 45 minutes. Kwanzaa was especially a bit lackadaisical. I love that word. But yeah, we obviously we've had probably the most rotation in a team this season, and it shows. Sometimes, like today, it shows a better team would have scored those goals, But I don't know how that Sparta fella, missed from like 5 yards out. Like he hit the ball against his own foot, and it went out. But we kind of got lucky in that first 45, but it's a game where we finished our chances, and Nunez brilliantly finished 2 chances. Gakpo again just looks way off the pace, just looks low in confidence, but there's
no doubt we went to Prague to get this tie over and done
in
with.
45 minutes.
Like that first half, we were pushing up really high. We wanted to get it. We wanted the goals. We obviously got there in the end, but what that did, that allowed us to be pretty open at the back as well. When you say Wilson, it was touch and go throughout that first half.
It was, Keller, like you guys said, Keller really saved the day on quite a few chances in the first half. I think it was kind of harsh on Kwanzaa because Robbo was so far out of position on multiple occasions where Kwanzaa's having to deal with that space by himself. I think it's a little harsh on Gakpo too, because he did do the work, and just sometimes those things don't come off. He had opportunities to shoot, he took them and they get deflected, but he put in a good shift, I thought, and it saves legs for other for Nunez who got to sub off, at halftime or after Kanate got hurt. So it's a team effort, and like you said, we were very wide open at the very beginning. Gomez going back to right back. He hasn't played there in a little bit, and it kind of just showed that it was a makeshift defense, right? Kanate on a couple occasions was lackadaisical as well, and we can say that about Kwanzaa, but I don't think they kind of underestimated the attack from Prague that going through. They showed some technical skills on turning and running with the ball that I don't know if we were ready for. We kind of just took it for granted we were going to win those balls, and they turned us, and now we're running towards our own goal. But overall, like Glenn said, we're coming in here to get the result. Really, the objective at the end of the day was to get people to get some playing time. Szoboszlai, Salah, get them into the game, get the tie and put it to bed, and then we can play a different lineup next week. But really, with concentration on the game on Sunday, you're able to rest some folks and get some people that come back from injury sometime on the ball. So
it's funny because we're talking about like we just won 5-1 away from home, and we're like, we feel pretty negative about it. But I think that shows how good this team is. That we didn't play very well.
I don't think
we end up
negative.
winning 5-1. That's a great result for us. And there's a lot of good things to come out from it. It was just surprising, especially first half, how open and how many chances we were giving up. But 5-1 on the road.
You're assuming that Prague are a bunch of mugs. They're not. They're a good team, and they're in their domestic league. They're flying, and they're always going to be a tough
great
sell.
result.
And to change so many players in our lineup, which we have to do with an eye on Sunday, but also because we've played so many minutes here recently. And I the 5-1 is a credit to the team, to the depth of the team, that we can still go there, make all the changes, kind of play shitty in the first 15 minutes, and still we have the quality up front, and there's no doubt about that.
We've got to talk about Nunez's goals.
We have.
They were oh my God. I mean, the first one, the ball was swerving all over the place, wasn't it? But I think the thing with Nunez, saying it to Darren after the second goal, when he's got that extra, when he's got really no time to sort of really think, he's absolutely electric, isn't he? Think about the 2 Newcastle goals as well. It was like he had like half a second basically to get a shot away. And both the goals today were like that, where he's just hit them earlier. He's just hurt them a little bit earlier, but he looks honestly, I mean, what a great game to go into. He looks flying at the minute, doesn't he? I mean, when you're scoring a late 99th minute winner and then back into absolute unbelievable goals today, it couldn't have come at a better time in the season for the lad.
Yeah, that first goal though, he took that shot. That thing was swerving because that keeper looked like he was bogged down in our goal against Man United, where he was jumping to the opposite side of where the ball is going to go, man. But good strikes. That second one, like you said, on the run. What a pass by McAllister.
Yeah.
He's in traffic, and he just, without even looking, sends that into the space, and Nunez runs onto it, and he sizes it up, and he just puts it. What a quality player he is.
He's a mad player. And then we know this now. We suspected it last season, and we're kind of now seeing the qualities he has. I think he's going to frustrate you at times as well with the simple things. But then he's going to have these moments of utter world class. Those 2 finishes today. The 45 minutes summed him up. There was a couple of moments in the first half where the easy pass was on, and for some reason he didn't make it, or he gave the ball away. And then a couple of minutes later he comes up with that first goal, and after that the second one. Both brilliant. But yeah, we need him fit, ready, on fire, confident for the game that's coming up Sunday against Manchester City, and that's what we're going to talk about now.
I mean, the only thing the main thing, and it sort of leads into it, and probably the one where I'm feeling really flat about, it looks like Kanate's done, doesn't he? It looks like he's done like for the game.
Yeah, the game just finished, and it looked like a hamstring.
Doesn't look good, that. That's the one where you're like, oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, and a lot of us thought that Van Dijk was actually going to sub in at halftime for Konate, and then when he didn't, and then for Konate, first 5 minutes into the half, and pulls it, and it's like, it doesn't bode well for the weekend for sure.
Not at all.
But hey,
I don't know how. By the way,
Gomez has to step up again.
I don't know how true this is, by the way, because literally we have just recorded this 2 minutes after the match. But my mate just texted me, which I don't know, let's say a good sound nonsense, that both Gomez and Nunez have been taken off injury concerns.
Come on.
Fuck, I hope to God it's not right, but that's what he's saying. So I don't know.
Here we go. We're back to my mate knows.
What's
I mean, I was just saying what the commentators said, Darren. You know what I mean? He's not being a Julian. He's going, conspiracy. Do you know what I mean? Like conspiracy freaking David Icke over here.
So let's hope. All right. So we'll hope. Precautions. Of course, Nunez had just come back from an injury as well. So hopefully he's okay. He looked all right when he came off.
Yeah.
But I think if you're looking towards Sunday, you would guess Konate is going to be out, right? Which would mean Gomez would come in as centre back. Which, funny enough, Gomez hasn't played that much this season. He's been left back, right back, and number 6. Hasn't really played a lot as a centre back, but we
Played
know he's a
everywhere
quality
else,
player.
Yeah.
So wouldn't see an issue with that. You would probably see Gomez with Van Dijk, Robertson, probably Bradley right back.
Conte looks like he's playing there now.
Based on your
I mean,
maybe.
I mean, it's either Conte or Gomez centre back.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
whatever way we dress it up, it's a massive blow, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, to have no Canate for that game, with the amount of problems that they're going to cause us down on that left side, it's a huge blow. But it's sort of been the season where it's either Canate or Gomez, sort of a flip of a coin by the sounds of it. So.
Well, Canute usually, when he has an injury, he's not out for 2 weeks.
No, it looks like a hamstring as well.
It takes him a while. So yeah, I mean, people that will say, well, he walked off the pitch. You can walk off a pitch with a hamstring.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't bode well for his injury record. But again, the thing is with Liverpool this season, we've got players that just step up. And I see players stepping up on Sunday against City. But we cannot keep starting matches the way we've been playing, especially against a team like City. They will absolutely destroy us if we play like we did today, like we did against Forest. I think that's what I'm nervous about, is our first 45s this season have just been not very good.
Well, and City, the same.
You can't give City the chances that we've given Notts Forest, that we've given Sparta. We cannot give teams like City those chances, because they will score them.
City will be looking at it a similar way as well, because City can continuously give up goals, and they look open at the back. And with the players that we have and how good we are going forward, I mean, they're there for the taking as well. So it could be. It could be high scoring, or it could end up being a 0-0 because of that.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking from a City standpoint as well, and if you're a City fan looking at it, you're going to be worried, because the defence is definitely not as good as it has been for them in previous seasons, and we've seen it over recent games how open City are when you attack them with pace, which is what we have. They're susceptible to conceding a lot of goals. So. I'm going into it feeling pretty confident, honestly, with us at the moment.
Well, you make a good point, Julian, because you have the top 2 teams, and they both have their deficiencies, right? I mean, we have a ton of injuries. We're playing a youthful team. City has not looked bedrock in the back, and so, but we're still the top 2 teams in the league. And Arsenal's hanging around there, and they're on form. But this game on Sunday. I think it's such an important game, obviously, for the rest of the season as we go into the business end, man. And I can't wait. It's going to be at Anfield, so that's obviously a bonus for us. And it can be anything, man. I mean, it really can be.
Do you think this game will define the title?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think because there's another team involved, then probably not. If we beat City, I don't think we're gonna go win the league. I don't think it's that straightforward. There's too many moving parts, especially with the amount of players that we've got injured. So, no, I don't. But don't lose.
Yeah.
Just don't lose, and that's why if I offered you guys all now, we just all take the draw.
Yeah.
Well, you wanted a draw today, so.
No, I mean, I'm saying I would have took a draw today to just took them back to Anfield. Yeah, but right. I mean, from the City game, I would snatch your hand off for a draw right now if you offered me one.
It's funny because I think if you ask Liverpool fans, you ask Man City fans, and you ask Arsenal fans, they all will want the draw probably going into it. I think would be the most likely. Opinion. Of course, we want us to win, but yeah, a draw.
Well,
like you said, there's so many games left
because they've got Arsenal after the international break. Yeah. They need. I think City need to beat us on Sunday. Rather on the other foot, I think a draw would suit us. City, I think, have to go.
It's hard though, because it is, of course, it's at our ground as well, right? So it's such a difficult game to call this. It's impossible to call. But I do agree with you that I think we definitely need to improve our first half performances.
Yeah.
And I think and I hope that we will. I think we do have to come out of the traps and really take it to City from the off. We can't see the kind of first halves that we have seen consistently over the last few weeks. We have been getting results, but it's not against a team as good as City.
Yeah, you can't just keep playing that way and expecting the other team to keep missing these chances. Well, City won't miss those chances.
Well, but the issue is that Klopp has always been able to go into halftime and make the changes, right?
Yeah.
But it's because we had the better team. He's a better coach than everybody else in the league. But against Man City, you're going up against another coach that has the credentials as Klopp does. They have the team. So you can't go behind and play like we have, because they'll finish. Holland's he'll finish those chances, right?
Their bench as well. I mean, I'm just thinking as you speak, we're talking about like our back four and the goal, and obviously the goalkeeper. I mean, you're like, well, it is going to have to be what it is. Do you know what I mean? There's not really, even the midfield. We're desperate to try and have Szoboszlai, Endo, and Callister, and then your front three might have to pick itself. I mean, it might be a flip of a coin. Can Salah do 90, or can Salah start? And if not, then it's Gakpo. Hopefully Nunez is all right, and Diaz.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we've got like you say is absolutely bang on. Our options might be an Elliott, might be an option, but there isn't that many other options. It might be stuff like keeping people fresh. Costas doesn't really improve us when he comes on. Bobby Clark, I don't know. These are decent enough players. Bobby Clark doesn't really come on and improve.
We need Jans to be healthy.
Oh yeah, he might be back in time. You never know with his cushion, but really, realistically, we are a little bit like that, where they've just got, feels like they've just got everyone back at the right time, haven't they? Their bench is just, I mean, the thing with City and with them is not only have they got really tricky like wingers, like your Foden and your Doku's, you've got all these little magicians in the middle of the pitch, like your Bernardos and your De Bruyne. Obviously, you've got Haaland as well, and you've got John Stones as well coming in midfield as well. And I'm petrified now. Do you know what I mean? There's so many ways they can beat you.
There are, but
there's so many ways we can beat them.
Yeah,
as well.
we're top of the league.
Yeah,
We've had a number of injuries, and we're still top of the league going through that as well. And now we're starting to get players back. So you would hope that, hey, we're top of the league. Now we're going to be even better. We're going to go even on we're going to continue this run. And they're going to be just as worried about us as we are right now, worried about them.
It's a chess
what
match.
Makes it such a good, exciting game. And it can go either way. Like I say, it's impossible to call. But we'll do our predictions in a minute, and it'll be interesting to see what you think. But
Yeah.
we'll start with that. Glenn, what do you think?
I'm honestly not confident. I'm not, and I feel like I'm a big shitbag, but I'm not confident. I'm really not. I would do anything for a draw.
Really?
Yeah.
You really feel not that confident?
I mean,
With the run that we're on? With the fact we've had so many injuries.
I get it,
and
but
now
we just played Sparta Prague, Luton, Southampton.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this is fucking Man City, probably the
But
best team in Europe.
But there's
Do
the
you know what I
key
mean?
word, though.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that we've got that really things me is Anfield. Like, that is like an extra thing for us. Like, when Liverpool's back's against the wall, that's right, stop digging now, dickhead.
Yeah, come on.
Right,
Stop it.
Cut it out!
the amount of
Right, go on.
the amount of games that Liverpool have played in the past where like you're the underdog, like some of the games in the Benitez, for example, where you've got like your back's against the wall and you've so many things that you're up against, and we've come through it, and that's the only thing when I'm like, they could do it for us, but I am not confident at all. I'm not.
So what's your prediction?
I don't think I want to say it. I don't think I don't want to be a shitbag, but I think we're going to get beat.
Fucking hell.
What's the score?
I think we'll get beat. I don't want to say that though, because I'd never really beat. I never really say we're going to get beat. I don't really want to say we get beat. I'll say it's going to be 1-1, but I don't really. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. I don't really think it will be.
So you're going to say 1-1, but you don't really, because you think we're going to lose. Just move on from him, Wilson.
3-2. We're going to win 3-2.
All right. 3-1. Daz doesn't do predictions.
Well, I don't do scorelines.
All right, come on.
A draw for me. A draw, I'll be well happy.
All right.
Do you think it'll be a draw?
Do I think it'll be a draw? Yeah, I do. I just think sometimes a lot of people overhype these games,
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
and we keep doing this every single season, and it ends up being fucking 0-0 or 1-1, and that's
There's
it.
been some good games between us. Though. Come on.
What,
there's
4 or
been-
5 years ago
there's
it was
been- there's
good
been some
when
good
Coutinho
games.
scored the fucking winner. That's
There's been some.
that's
good
the
games.
last big scoreline.
Big scoreline.
Yeah,
The
it's
games-
usually
the games have been
1-1
quality.
or
The games are fantastic.
yeah.
The ga-
No, just because
you
it's
mean
a
the
draw
scores?
doesn't mean it's shite.
No.
It just
you
means
mean
like
score-wise.
it's just a chess match
Yeah, but-
between two amazing teams and two top managers.
But do you think,
They're always
with
gonna be
what
tight,
you've
though,
seen
aren't
of the two
Best
teams
two
this
teams in the league
season,
are always going to be tight, aren't they? It's never going
Well,
to be
there's a
4-0.
difference though.
I think both teams are more open this season, I think, than we've
They
seen
are, but
previously. so.
we've seen City do this on many occasions. They start slow, and then that juggernaut starts to work its way, and that's what they're doing again. You know.
So you changed your prediction. You think we're going to get beat?
No, I'm not like you, a miserable git.
No, but I mean, it's being miserable and it's being
Ah.
just genuinely giving you your feeling. And
No,
not being a shitbag about
I
it,
just
although
feel like
did say a draw.
their engine's starting to cook. I mean, our issue, and you said it, is injuries, and we're having to play fucking Gomez in every goddamn position there is. He's going to get knackered at some point. You know, that's our issue right now. When we get a player back, another player gets injured, and that's our problem. You know. Hopefully we get through this. I'm hoping for a draw, and then hopefully we get at least 1 or 2 more players back after the international break. Again, it's just a season of injuries.
I don't know if we actually said this, but I'll go this way. Do you start Salah?
Huh?
Do you start Salah?
Yes, for me.
I start
I
Salah.
think you have to start.
I mean,
You're not the manager. Like you.
no, I know. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
No,
I
I'd
know,
start
I feel
Gakpo.
like- I feel
I'd start
weird saying
Gakpo,
that.
Nunez, and Diaz, and have the option of having
Yeah.
Mo come off the bench.
That kind of cements the predictions. Wilson and I think we're going to win. We also think Salah's going to start. You think draw, but the back of your head you're thinking loss, and you're thinking draw as well.
Yeah.
And both of you think Salah will start bench.
I think so.
Just
think
because,
so.
I mean,
Okay.
just because when
a big risk.
having somebody like him on the bench, because you look, if you have the main 3 play and you have Gakpo on the bench, the way he's been playing, it just, he's not going to be an impact sub like Mo is.
No.
You know, you can still give Mo 30, even 40 minutes. So that's what I'm thinking. But again, that's why I'm not Liverpool's manager. I'm just got opinion.
But they're looking for one next year, apparently.
Huh?
We'll
Yeah,
come
they
forward
are
next year,
looking, but
apparently.
not this way though. Not this way.
All right, so we will wrap it up. So Liverpool, fantastic win, first leg of the Europa League, 5-1.
Good.
Brilliant. That helps us with the second leg, or maybe we can. Well, depends who we have fit, but you would hope we could rest some players. So brilliant there. Top of the league, League Cup winners. Next round of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Man City on Sunday. We'll be at BD Riley's. Kickoff is what, 10:45
Local
here.
time,
So it's going to be busy, and I think the pub will be opening at what time for the general public? Like 9:45, 10 o'clock.
For the riff
10
raff.
o'clock. 10 o'clock. So, all right. Cheers, Glenn, Wilson, Daz. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and have a good one. Cheers.
Cheers.